So I recently helped a friend of mine with a lost cat, and there have been some trends that I've noticed with cats that go missing that I thought were worthwhile with sharing. And there is always this dominant theme that I've noticed over having a full experience with one soul's journey. So often with my communication, I can communicate with the literal consciousness of an animal, which is communicating with them directly to gain information and wisdom as to their experience of their life from their vantage point, but also running the information up to the level of the soul and their higher consciousness to gain a deeper understanding as to why certain behaviors or events are unfolding in their life. And I would say the dominant theme that I see with cats that go missing is this deep desire to have a soul's experience or to have a soul's journey. Cats are naturally very curious animals. They're very scent oriented, and they're very energetically oriented as well. And something that I've noticed with indoor cats in particular, when they, and I would use the word decide to go missing, is there is this deep desire to have a sense of adventure. We could say it's a little bit like the hero's journey with Joseph Campbell, like wanting to experience what it's like to live outside, to be challenged by the elements, to tap into their primitive instincts and, to hunt for food or even just to meet new animals and new people and to have a different life experience. So I would say I just recently, about a month ago, helped a friend of mine with a lost cat, and he was an indoor cat, and there were a couple other cats in the home. And when I connected with him, I could see they lived in a rural area, and he was like 2 farms behind them and over a little bit to the right. And one of the first things I always do when I'm working with a lost animal is I always connect with them just to see, are you still alive and in a physical body? And then I start asking questions, as to like, are you safe? Are you hungry? Are you scared? And then I ask them to show me, an area, what their surroundings look like so we can help kind of geolocate where they are. What I have to say with cats, they're some of the easier animals to work with because I feel like they're pretty consciously connected to their soul's wisdom, and I often have cats show me, it's like looking at an aerial view of a map, and I can kind of see where they are in relationship to their home or to their humans. And what I often get with cats is they'll give me a time period, and with my friend's cat this was totally the case. He said that he wanted to be away, and that he would come back in 2 weeks time, and he had already been gone for about a week at that point. And she called me 2 weeks later and she was like, they totally could see him. He was on a neighboring property, and the cat totally did return home. But for him, it was all about just having, this journey and having this experience. What I've also noticed with cats though, sometimes they'll choose to leave when they're ready to depart their body. And often I find that cats, not always, but it is their preference to leave their physical body unassisted. So often cats, I find they have this deep sense of awareness of the soul beginning to loosen its connections to the physical body. And sometimes, there is this conscious decision to transition in nature and to spare their humans some of the decisions that need to be made. Anyway, I hope this helps.